The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Yeah, that's right, folks. But inside, it's so delightful. Welcome to the cozy confines of the Appoquinimink High School Gymnasium for tonight's game between the top 10 Appo Jaguars and the visiting Buccaneers from Caravel Academy. We've had an abbreviated schedule this week in the state of Delaware as Winter Storm Blair paid us a visit on Monday. As a matter of fact, the downstate schools in Sussex County haven't been assessing all week. Well, tonight we're looking forward to two programs that can light it up from downtown, as Appo's Riley Busby, who scored 22 points and nailed 4 threes in the meeting last year, along with the Buccaneers' Mike Sheehan, who scored 20 points with 6 threes. They led their teams in that game last year as Appo got the win. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Pat Gariantes, and we could call this game tonight the Delaware Football Pod Contest, as good friends Marty Sheehan, Mike's uncle, and John Busby, father of Riley, certainly have a rooting interest in this one.
Absolutely, Glenn, and tremendous opening. We got to get you signed up for America's Got Talent. As far as I'm concerned, that is the voice of an angel. Yeah, the weather outside has certainly been frightful, not only with the snow, which for the folks up north, they're probably thinking everyone's dramatic.
Right.
Downstate got hit pretty good. The wind has been crazy. You talked about shooters. No wind affected here on the inside. You're exactly right. Appo coming in ranked number 8 in our top 10, and they come in with a 4-2 record. Wins over Penn, who is a team to keep an eye on. They got Penn probably at the right time.
Yeah.
In order to get a victory, and then early.
Early college, high school, yeah.
They beat them by 9. They lost to Sal's.
An underrated team that's playing better this year, ECHS. And, yeah, that close game to Sal's.
And they took that loss to Sal's. And then adversely for the Buccaneers, they've got 9 games under their belt already at 5-4, Glenn.
They're halfway through the season
They're
already.
halfway through their season. Wins over Tatnall Brandywine and the Aspire Academy. And then the losses to Smyrna and Mount for their in-state losses. The other 2 losses coming from out of state. You're right. This should be a good one. Both teams can hit the 3 ball. Adversely, though, both teams kind of struggle from the free throw line, believe it or not.
Yes.
And I know that's something that we'll get into here, Glenn. First, with Caravel, only 60% as a team from the free throw line. Typically, high school, you want your team to be around 70%, so a little bit under that. Sheehan leads the way at 68. They do turn the basketball over a lot as well. 20 turnovers per game. Look for the Jags and some of their length to try and get out and run. In the 4 losses, Glenn, this is great.
Yeah.
Great stuff you pulled here. They get at the third quarter. Coming out of the break has been the problem, and that's something we'll keep an eye on in this game as it pertains to the Bucs. They've been outscored 68-39 in the 4 losses in that third quarter. They're led by Quan Lee, only a sophomore, but he leads the way, averaging 17 points per game in a season high at 28 against Gloucester Christian. He's been tremendous for him. Mike Sheehan, you talked about it, the top 3-point shooter on the team. He's got 21 on the year. He had 23 versus Triton in New Jersey. That was in the Pittman Holiday Tournament. Again, they do have out-of-state games already to their name. So that's something to keep an eye on. Lee and Sheehan have battled recent injuries, and they should be healed, ready to go, Glenn. So that is good for tonight's game. We know Coach Tobin told us those guys will both be given a go. So that is good news for them. Isaac Chukwara, that's a name that you're going to remember from the football season. He broke out this season on the football team. This year he's averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds. He's been tremendous down low.
Yeah.
Coach Tobin spoke very highly of him right here at pregame. A couple other guys to keep an eye on. Jacob Goldstein, he's averaging 6 points a game, 14 threes for him. He's been a spark on both ends of the floor, so he kind of rounds out the highlight for the Caravel Buccaneers.
Yeah, Caravel Academy, of course, the head coach Mark Tobin in his 11th season. Overall record of 140 wins, only 82 losses. And the only losing season he's ever had, Pat, was his very first at Caravel in 2014/15. And we talked about a couple of his players. Sheehan took a spill in that Pittman tournament, was in concussion protocol, and Lee had some type of a hand-wrist injury. But they're both cleared and should be a go tonight. Now, Coach Coach Tobin, he's limping around a little bit out on the floor because he had knee surgery, so he's on the IR as well. And he grew up with Coach Tom Purse from Appo. They were on the police force together. They're good friends. And Coach Purse told me before Tobin and Caravel arrived, he said, I wanted to get a handicap parking sign and put it down on the bench for Tobin. He did bring a wheelchair out for him, but he's been hobbling around, but so far in good shape. So, hey, I want to give a shout-out to Marty Sheehan from the Delaware Football Pod. He gave me a lot of that information on Caravel Academy. Now, how about Appo and the players to watch for them?
Absolutely. Appo, it's going to be interesting to see how they come out here. What does this team look like with a recent loss to their All-State point guard, Daniel Harvey? He came over, told us pregame he tore his ACL, and he's unfortunately out for the rest of the year. He's a difference maker as a point guard. He controlled the game, he could shoot a little bit from the outside and the mid-range as well. We'll see how Appo handles that loss. They're going to be led by Riley Busby, the 6'3 guard. He gets it done in a lot of different ways, and he does it scoring and rebounding. He's averaging a double-double with 12 points and 12 boards, and we talked about it. Every facet of the game on the defensive end of the court. 6 games they play. He's taken 7 charges. 7 charges. That's an identity maker right there. He does a little bit of everything for this team, and he does get it done as the tough team player. A couple other guys to keep an eye on. Zaire Stokes, he'll factor in a little bit. He's averaging 6 a game. Dylan Griffith, right? He's a standout on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
He's also a standout on the defensive side of the basketball. Coach Purse saying that he's their best defender. He's averaging 10 points a game this year, too, so much like the football season where he factored in offensively as the season went on. He's starting to do so in the basketball court as well. Desai Drummond, he's an all-world quarterback, the junior. He's averaging 9 points, 10 rebounds. He can get it done, too, both scoring and on the boards. Gary Newby's averaging 4 and 5. He's in the post. He's kind of their big guy, only 6'4", but he's kind of their big guy. And then the younger brother of Daniel Harvey, TJ Harvey's getting it done. He's averaging, 5 points a game, but he had 17 against Concord on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that's something to keep an eye on as well. Donovan Griffith and Jace Thompson, also guys that will get on the floor for this Appo Jaguar team.
Appo, coached by Tom Purse in his 8th season, with an overall record of 107 wins, 44 losses, and he's never had a losing season here at Appo High. So 2 veteran coaches, very successful programs here in the ball game tonight. Again, ranked number 8 in our 302 Sports Top 10, and they come in with a record of 4 and 2. And I do want to mention another thing, a little shout out here since we're at Appo High. The high school principal here is Sam Postlethwaite, who played quarterback and punted for Caesar Rodney and the University of Delaware. And he's really into supporting the athletics here at Appoquinimink High School. We see him at a lot of football games. Who knows, we might see him in the gym here tonight. All right, that'll just about wrap up our pregame show. We want you to make sure you join us at halftime. We're going to have Appo football coach Brian Timpson stop by, and we're going to chat with him for a while. So we're not going to have 10 minutes straight of commercial ads for you during the halftime break. Stay tuned for that one. Well, Pat, we didn't get to have our game Tuesday night, Salesianum at Odessa, because everything was pretty much postponed due to the weather for the first 3 evenings of this week. But hopefully the weather will cooperate, even though there is a chance of snow again in the wee hours tonight into tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit less. Again, upstate bias here, though. I'm only speaking on how it is upstate. We're expecting less than an inch of snow. So
right.
that is good news. Well, hopefully that's good news. I know now that with the everybody doing like online school days now post-COVID, it's so much easier, I feel like, to postpone or cancel school and just move it to an online learning day. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully the weatherman's right and it stays light and we can get these games in and this season all on track.
All righty, let's go over our starting lineup for this game here tonight. There was not a junior varsity game. Apparently a lack of numbers for Caravel Academy. So there was no JV event here tonight, so the varsity boys had a little extra time to get loose and warmed up. And I know Desai Drummond, he came over and shook my hand and said, "Hey, man, how's it going?" He said, "Cofield told me to tell you hi. You're his favorite reporter."
That's right, Omari, man, you gotta love it.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some of those football players that are not on the hard court tonight in the stands, and maybe they'll stop by and say hi as well. I know Noah Hoff usually is in the house for the Appo games, as well as Amari Cofield and some of the other players. Dominic Montabell, I know, is another one. And it's going to be interesting tonight to watch Desai Drummond and Griffith on the hard court and see how their game translates. Because Desai, you remember, he was a transfer down this year.
Right.
So it was first year on the football team. It was first year here at Appo at the basketball team, and almost averaging a double-double.
Yeah, 9 points, 10 rebounds. He gets it done. 6'2" in this state typically is pretty tall. So, and he's a tremendous athlete. You saw that on the football field. So he's been getting it done. We'll see how this one goes. Both these teams, who's going to take care of the basketball the most, who's going to execute the most. That's what this is going to come down to.
All right, the starting five for head coach Mark Tobin and the Caravel Buccaneers, as they will be announced now to the crowd by none other than Riley Busby's father, John Busby, the other half of that Delaware football pod duo. So here are the starting five for Caravel. Number 0, Mike Sheehan. Number 1, Jacob Goldstein. Number 2, Isaac Chukwara. Number 4, Brady Thompson. And number 21, Quan Lee. So Sheehan, Goldstein, Chukwara, Thompson, and Lee, the starting five for Caravel. For head coach Tom Purse and the Appo Jags, it'll be 6'1" guard Zaire Stokes. He wears number 0. Number 1, Dylan Griffith, a senior guard who's 6 feet tall. Also, the junior TJ Harvey will get a start. As Pat mentioned, he's averaging about 5 points per game, and he scored 17 in the last ball game they played against Concord. He goes 5'9". Other starter, Desai Drummond, the junior forward. He's 6'2", averaging 9 points and 10 rebounds per game. And the fifth starter, the senior Riley Busby, a 6'3" guard, averaging a double-double with 12 points and 12 rebounds. So those are the starting five for the ball game tonight to get things underway. And I think right away, Pat, if you're going to look at keys as far as player matchups, you have to look at the tandem of Busby and Drummond, both averaging almost a double-double for Appo against Quan Lee and Sheehan, the two leading scorers for Caravel.
Yeah, what are they going to do with these guys? Are they going to try and throw some length at him? I mean, Sheehan's got a little bit of size. Obviously the size is sitting there at 6'2". Obviously, Busby at 6'3". Who's going to guard who? Like you said, and defend the three-point line. You can't let both of these teams like to fire it up. Modern day basketball, threes and layups. Who's going to defend the three-point line the best? That's something to keep an eye on as well. And with Daniel Harvey not being, he was a mid-range killer for this team the last couple of years. Yeah, that little elbow jumper was a big part of his game. Does Appo have three-level scorers, or are they just going to settle for layups and three-point shots? We will find that out.
All right, we're going to step aside for the playing of our national anthem. Pat and I will be right back with the opening tip right after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodal Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodal Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodal Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel!
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Clint Frazier alongside Pat Carriantes. On camera, Nick Halliday here at Appo High. And we're just about ready to get underway. Decent crowd filing in here to the gym. And we're going to have the Caravel Academy bench and coach to our right. And pretty close proximity. Not quite as close as we did in the Dover-Sanford game when we had the Sanford coach right next to us, Coach Hart.
Yeah, Khalid, it felt like he was defending me in high school.
Appo controls the opening tip as they try to get set in the half court, and we're underway here in this ball game here tonight. Glad you could join us. Busby guarded tightly.
Shooter on shooter. Sheehan right up in his space, not allowing him to feel any room.
Mid-range jump shot on the way. That rims out. And the loose ball rebound taken away and off the board. Missing the shot there was Dylan Griffith. Yeah, it's going to be funny calling Sheehan and Busby on the floor. I had a little fun with that on my Twitter feed today. And got a lot of good response out of that. And they continue to guard each other at the top of the circle. They switch off now. Sheehan will take the shot. That was partially deflected. Ooh, and hitting the deck hard. One of the Appo players grabbing the rebound. Was that Drummond? Yeah. Side Drummond hit the deck. Looks like he's okay. And Brian Timpson is in the house, the football coach, and I know he likes this. Ooh, I'm glad he's okay.
Absolutely.
I got one more year of him.
Absolutely. He was tremendous in football this season. Let's see how this translates onto the basketball court.
Busby on the switch, guarded by Sheehan. Good pass inside, good defense though. Drummond puts up the shot off the side of the rim. No score yet in this one. And there's a steal, Busby ahead, breakaway for Appo. Off the glass and good by Dylan Griffith.
It is Griffith getting out ahead. Good hands by Busby on the defensive side of the ball. Just a good all-around athlete, Riley Busby, man. Gets done on the soccer pitch, basketball court, volleyball court. And everything this young man plays down here, man, he excels in. Just good overall athlete.
Be interesting to see where he goes next level. I know he's got a few colleges in mind. Deep left corner, 3 balls on the way, and that's good. The dime by Sheehan. Who got the 3?
That was Lee. Quan Lee drilling the 3 there in the corner. Only a sophomore, folks, and he's leading the way for Caravel.
Averaging, 17 a game?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice give and go there. Oh, and the follow won't go. And Sheehan up with the rebound.
Yeah, Harvey looking like his older brother right there, able to knife into the lane. That's a good layup attempt for Griffith. Got to knock that one down.
Mid-range jumper is a little too strong. Busby had the rebound knocked away. Turnaround shot is up, missed everything. Now the kick out, 3-point shot. That's a little strong. Weak side rebound, put back is good.
Chukwara, he's a load down low. I mean, he's a football player out there. You can see it with his size. He's got great positioning there on that offensive rebound.
Good strong move to the hoop. No good. We got a whistle on our first foul of the game.
Going to go on Stokes. Another guy on the football squad. He's averaging 6 a game, as we talked about in the pregame.
Early lead, 5-2 for the visitors from Caravel. Little mid-court here by Appo, and they force another steal. 3-on-2. Strong move with the left hand, and one. He'll go to the line. And that was a good feed to finish by Stokes.
A good left-hand finish by Stokes through the contact. And there's one of the turnovers, right? We talked about 20 turnovers per game for this Buccaneer team. And the live ball ones are the ones that hurt the most because they lead the transition buckets like that one.
Quan Lee made the personal foul. That's first on him. Second team foul. We're all tied up at 5 and a whistle down the other end of the floor. Got an elbow.
It's the second foul.
Is that on Sheehan?
Yeah, it's on Stokes.
All right. Yep, 2 on him. 2 team fouls for both teams here. We've played 3 minutes of this opening quarter. We're tied at 5. After the miss, the rebound by Appo. Run the floor. Busby looks for help. Crossover by TJ. Back to Busby. Has an open look. Left wing, and he hits the 3.
It's a good-looking stroke. He's been doing that since he was a freshman here. It's a good touch from deep. Easy bucket.
His 22nd made 3 of the season in game number 7. Got a timeout by Caravel Academy and Coach Tobin. He was getting ready to get a tie-up.
Yeah, it's a good timeout. Again, another turnover was about to occur. And he's trying to save his team. Got to take care of the basketball.
And you talked about that as being one of the keys at the top of the broadcast. What Appo has done here is it's not a full-court press. They're pressing at midcourt.
Yeah.
And that's caused 2 consecutive turnovers.
Yeah, right when you use the backcourt line as an additional defender. Once they cross half court, you try and push them back towards it as an additional defender, and they've done a good job so far.
Timeout is over. 4:31 to go in this opening quarter. 8-5, Appo on top. They're on a 6-0 run. 3-point shot by Busby, and the old-fashioned 3-point play with the and one by Stokes. Swinging around to Sheehan, right back top of the circle. And we've got an offensive foul. I believe that's on an illegal screen.
Let's see where they throw it up there. It's going to go on Goldstein.
His first, team's third. So quite a few fouls called in about the last 2-minute span. Appo with a ball up 3. Busby will take the left wing 3-point shot again, and it's money.
Going to have to get a hand in his face. Going to have to chase him off the 3 line. He's in rhythm early in this game.
Almost identical spot on the floor, Pat, where he made them both. Now Sheehan dribbles the baseline, lays it in and off the glass. That's not Sheehan, that's Goldstein.
It's good drive, good finish.
Appo's 6-point lead cut to 4. TJ Henry with a kick out. Busby takes a contested corner 3. That's no good. Hustled and got his own rebound. Good pass in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good by Griffith.
Good rebound by Chukwara, and that's another nice look for Griffith. Got to convert some of those.
Strong move all the way down in, drawing the contact. And going to the free throw line will be Quan Lee. Drawing the foul was Busby, I believe. We'll wait and see. Wait to see this is posted up on the scoreboard. Now the foul's going to go against Desai Drummond. So that's his first. Both teams with 3 team fouls. First free throw is up and good by Quan Lee. Give him 4 points on the night. As we're back to a 1-possession game at 11-8. Second free throw attempt is up, and that one's good. We mentioned the free throw shooting woes for Caravel as a team, only 60% coming in. Well, Lee and Sheehan are the top 2 shooters from the line. Lee just made both. He was 62% coming in.
Yeah, he looked good there. He's able to find the touch. Now live ball turnover. Let's see what Caravel can do with it. Nice drive.
And the loose ball is out of bounds to, I think they're going to give it to Appo. We're all the way down the other end of the floor here at the Appo Gym, so sometimes it's A little difficult to see the play down there.
Sheehan did a good job of attacking the lane, just was unable to finish.
3 minutes to go here in the open quarter. We got a whistle away from the ball. And I guess that was an illegal screen. Offensive foul.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to call that on.
That Newby?
Looks like that's
Gary Newby.
Gary Newby, yep.
Already 14 fouls committed by Appo, so the next foul will put Caravel at the line. We're just under 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Looking for a baseline screen. Not there. Mid-range jump shot a little too strong, and we've got a whistle. And we may have a foul over the back. Let's see. I mean, it was called right after the rebound was secured. It's against Caravel, and it will go on Brady Thompson. That's his first, team's fourth. So now we're going to shoot free throws for the final 2:40 of this quarter.
Aggressiveness. Both teams playing aggressive defensively.
Busby, good pass inside. Turnaround jump shot, good. Nice tough shot and good make by Newby.
Glenn, you're right. That is not an easy shot, and you know Newby's got a tough load to move in Chukwara, and he was able to rise up over him. That's tremendous touch to finish that off.
Appo gets a 4-point lead back. Now deep in the left corner, three-point shot is good, and that is Goldstein.
Good looking stroke there from Goldstein.
Give him 5 points in the game, and it's now a 1-point Appo lead. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Busby's double teamed.
Got to dribble through it. No, gets it away.
Turnaround jump shot at the foul line, and that rattles around and goes in for Drummond.
Hey, good touch there by Drummond, able to knock it in.
Offense, and there's another 3-point shot. That one off the mark. Busby had the rebound, and then we got a tie-up. I was going to say, the first 2 minutes of this quarter, Pat, we were scoreless, and all of a sudden the offenses have come alive.
Yeah, they've found the stroke. They've hit some outside shots, able to get a couple of tough shots to fall inside. Just got to keep playing the game. That's it. Eventually, these things start to even themselves out, man, as the more you play.
Goldstein to throw it in. Good pass underneath. The floater with a one hand, and that's up and good. The shot made by Chukwara.
Good touch by Isaac. Able to put that one up and in.
We're down to 1:20 to go in the quarter. Again, it's a 1-point game. After Appo led by 6. Uh-oh, there's a turnover.
Backcourt violation.
Yep.
Good defense there by Quan Lee. I mean, he's all over Donovan Griffith. And you could tell Griffith was a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He just wanted the ball out of his hands.
Yeah. He put the ball on the floor, but there wasn't any white jersey there. And a timeout on the floor with 1:10 to go here in this opening quarter. This time taken by Coach Purse of Appo, because he wants to kind of settle the troops a little bit. And when these two get together, they usually have a good battle.
We talked about that game last year. I mean, it was a high-scoring game. 77-59, Appo getting the win. Busby had 4 threes, 22 points in that one. And the Buccaneers under Coach Tobin are always a team that looks to push the ball on the offensive end. Regardless of the offensive skills of his play, he just likes to play at a high pace, and he gives his players confidence. Shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Shoot the ball, man. You know, don't be afraid of it. You need to score points to win games, and you know, they play unafraid, and they have for now over a decade under Coach Tobin.
They sure have. All right, coming out of the timeout, Caravel ball. Just Chukwara, a strong move, and got the one-hander to go in off the glass, and now the lead back to the Bucks.
Nice work by Chukwara, good finish.
Give him 6 points here in this opening quarter. Under a minute to go.
Half courts are starting to figure something out.
And a little bit too tight defense, I believe, by Chukwara on Busby. That'll send Busby to the line. They're over the limit.
Free throw shooting is going to be something to keep an eye on. I know you spoke with John, or at least I did here pregame. He talked about the fatal flaw for the Jags in that close loss to Sally's. They shot 7 of 20.
Oh my!
From the free throw line. Now Riley, he's pretty consistent from the line.
Yep.
But as a team, we'll see how the Jags can do at the charity stripe.
Give him 7 points and the second free throw attempt to try to break the tie. He makes them both. 8 points now for Busby, who's going to get a rest, it looks like, for the final 47 seconds of this opening quarter. Drummond back on the floor for Appo. And again, a little bit of backcourt press. Ball deep in the right corner. They swing it around. Sheehan's trying to get open for a shot. He's not had a good look, really. They've been blanketing him. Oh, wow. How about a 3-and-1?
Yep, I mean, that's an aggressive closeout by Newby, and he absolutely got Goldstein on the arm. Great shot there by Jacob. And a guy's only averaging 6 points a game. That's 6 with the chance to get 7 here in the first quarter.
He has 2 threes, also a bucket.
Oh,
so he's got his average already. He can sit down the rest of the game. 2-point lead for the Buccaneers with 32.6 to go in the opening quarter. Goldstein cannot convert a 4-point play.
It's too close, Glenn, too close.
Yeah. Busby, 3-point shot. Top of the circle, rims off. Now let's see, Coach Tobin telling his team, let's hold for the last shot. 15.
Can they execute? That's what this comes down to, Glenn.
Zone defense right now by Appo. Kick out pass into the corner. 5, 4, 3. Baseline move, throws up a Hail Mary. And that's it. A very hotly contested first quarter here at Appo High. And the Buccaneers of Caravel have a 2-point lead in 19-17. Pat will be, and I will be right back after this.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
Back here at Appoquinimink High School, Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariantes with Nick Halliday on camera. We've got a good one here. 19-17, Caravel leading after the opening quarter. Leading the way in that quarter, Jacob Goldstein with 8 points. Isaac Chikwara with 6 and 5 points for Quan Lee. For Appo, 8 points for Riley Busby, including 2 from downtown. 2 points each for Desai Drummond and Gary Newby and Dylan Griffith, and 3 points by Zaire Stokes. And that's where we stand. Appo basketball. They've held the largest lead in this game at 6. Caravel's largest lead has been 3. Good give and go. Oh, and Drummond can't convert. His shot was contested, and there's a heads-up steal by Sheehan.
Got to knock those down. Appo's had a lot of good opportunities. They're just unable to convert.
Pass goes out of bounds on the other end of the floor. It'll be Appo basketball. And almost another steal and it is. Now they're going to say that Sheehan, when he was trying to get the ball on the floor, it was on the line. But good hands again by Sheehan.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, both of these teams trying to sniff out the passing lanes, playing with a lot of intensity on defense, even though it's a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Coach Tom Purse has taken Riley Busby out for a moment. He wanted to have a chat with him. Appo trying to tie or maybe take the lead here. Good defense in the lane. Nice pass, Dylan Griffith, baseline jump shot, missed everything, but weak side rebound. And a second chance for the Jags. Side Drummond handles the rock. The QB slips, puts the left hand up, and smooth as silk.
whirling dervish right there in the lane, my friend. Desai Drummond.
Ties the game at 19 apiece. Just underway here in the second quarter. Longley thought about a three. Now he passes off. Jump shot. Too strong. Battle for the loose ball. Won by Appo. Coming down with it was Bangali Bility.
Bility with a nice drive. Now good little.
Good kick out pass from Griffith. 3-point shot is money for Jace Thompson.
Good offense. Good pick there by Bility. Good drive by Griffith. Nice kick out. And a drilling of the 3-point shot by Thompson.
3-point lead now for the Jags. And we've got a whistle down the other end of the floor. Offensive violation against Caravel. I gotta love. I love the banter between the officials and the coaches. Coach Tobin that time having some friendly words with the referee, and then a smile on his face. Scramble for the loose ball. How about that hustle?
The Bucks are winning the hustle battle. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're winning the 50-50 balls, and now a nice save by Busby in the far corner. Pass up here to Griffith. Kicks it out. Take another 3-point shot. Oh, Jace Thompson's got the hot hand.
Absolutely. And a timeout here by the Buccaneers. Wonderful job by Appo. Good ball movement, swinging it around the perimeter. The defense is scrambling. Find your shooter, Thompson, right there at the top of the key, and he buries it. Shooting with confidence here early for Appo.
The second time the Jags have had a 6-point advantage in the game. When they had that 6-point lead in the first quarter, though, Caravel came right back and played him toe-to-toe for the rest of the quarter. Actually took a 2-point lead into the break. But now it's an 8-0 run? Yep, 8-0 run here for Appo to start the second quarter.
Okay, and then now, we'll see the Bucks. This is a good timeout by Coach Tobin. His team's kind of seen the momentum kind of shift. A couple of easy threes where they kind of got lost on rotations. Just regroup his team, settle in, get a bucket here, try and stop, to stop the run and regain a little bit of momentum.
4 threes already in the game by Appo. 2 for Busby and 2 for Jace Thompson, who's hit 2 in a row. He hit one right in front of us in the left corner. The other one he hit from the top of the circle.
I.J. Yates, first time today for him in the game, number 14. And talk about another breakout player. I.J. was unbelievable at his time in the backfield this year for the Buccaneers. Second
half of the season after they lost their starting running back. Well, I mentioned 4 threes made by Appo, 3 threes made so far by Caravel, as Goldstein has 2, and Quan Lee the other one.
It's a good find.
Busby tips it around. We've got a battle for the ball as players hit the deck. And they're going to give possession to the Jags. In other words, a foul.
Yeah, Yates kind of lost his footing, fell into Busby there. It's a tough call for him. It was a foul, but he just lost his balance.
Yep, that's his first team foul here in the second quarter. I don't know whether that pass was meant for Busby or good pass to Griffith, and he finishes that time, Pat, in an 8-point lead.
And Yates was right up in him. Busby did a good job of using his quickness to get around him, and he found a wide-open Griffith, and Griffith converted. That's good for him to see the ball go through the hoop.
Coach Tobin trying to settle his troops now as they've kind of lost the last couple of possessions and have yet to score here in this second quarter. And there's a good turnover, good hands. Breakaway down the floor, laying it up and in is Sheehan.
Yeah, the Bucks needed that. Good defensive stop, Sheehan, good finish at the rim.
His first points of the game. Second leading scorer on the team. And that breaks the scoring drought. Busby, the delayed body move up in the air, and he scores.
They're putting Yates on him. Busby now went from I'm going to stand in the corner and try and find threes to he's actively cutting to the rim, slashing. I like that adjustment from Riley based off of who's defending him.
Sheehan Steps back just inside the line. Can't get that to go, but hustles and gets his miss. Puts up a hook shot. That didn't go. Another second chance opportunity. And finally getting the rebound, Dylan Griffith. Passes ahead to side. Drummond, left hand up, and it goes in. And it's now a 10-point Appo lead.
Tell you what, man, Drummond barely got off the ground there, and he was able to finish. Nice little English off the glass there.
6 points for Drummond, who, as we mentioned, almost averaging a double-double on the season.
He's active, Glenn. He's playing with a lot of energy.
3-point shot on the way. That's just a little strong. Battle for the loose ball down in front of the Appo bench. And it will be possession Jaguars. Just under 3:30 to go here in the half. 10-point lead for Appo. They trailed by 2 at the end of the first quarter. But they have outscored Caravel 12-2 here in this quarter. Can't get the third straight one to go down, but again, Appo gets the second chance at the free throw line. Busby makes the shot, but what was the whistle?
Did they call the shot good? Let's see.
We got a push foul.
Yeah, I say it was on the floor.
Okay. That'll be the second team foul committed by Caravel. And the first foul on Joseph Devane, who's in the game now.
J.D. Devane.
Yeah. That shot was partially deflected. Now we're going to have a reach-in foul committed by Jace Thompson.
Yeah, good defense right there. And way to be strong with the ball there from Kingston Hicks. He was strong with the basketball, drew the foul.
Jace Thompson had hit 2 consecutive three-point shots till he just missed that last one. Now Caravel trying to slice into this double-digit deficit, down by 10. 3 minutes to go in the half, Pat.
Yeah, it's been a evenly contested matchup so far. I know it's a 10-point game, but both teams have had their moments.
Down in the right corner, Quan Lee handles the ball, guarded by Dylan Griffith. Good defense right now by Appo. Almost a steal there, and that was Drummond. And then Chikwara, and then Drummond takes it away. He does get the steal. Little one-handed pass down the floor, and he finds T.J. Henry.
QB1 right there, finding Harvey on the post route. Way to dissect the cover two. Throw it right down the middle. That's wonderfully done by Desai Drummond.
T.J. Harvey gets the finish. Turnaround shot blocked. Chikwara had it blocked by Desai Drummond. Cross-court pass. T.J. Harvey shot. No good. And coming down the rebound, Chikwara. What a fast-paced game right now.
Bucks need some scoring.
Shot in the right corner. No good. Skying for the rebound. And coming down with it, Jace Thompson. Ahead to Busby, and that's stolen. And they're going to call a push foul on Busby.
Yeah, it's wrong place, wrong time there for Busby. It's unfortunate. Really good job playing the passing lane by Quan Lee. Way to anticipate that cross-court pass, step in front.
First foul committed by Busby. Both teams have committed 2 team fouls, but a 12-point lead now, largest in the game for Appo. Yeah, how do you like that baseball pass, that bounce pass by D.J. Drummond, 3/4 of the court? Usually he's airing it out.
Yeah, that's QB1 right there. Glenn, you kidding me? That's QB1.
Appo has owned the second quarter. Only they've held Caravel to 2 points. There's a good hand there, almost a steal, and there's a bump foul committed by Drummond. That'll be his second.
You know, us QBs, man, we don't really get a lot of times get in the mix with hitting there. We get an opportunity for some contact. Drummond gave him a little bit. It's an equalizer on the basketball court, not nearly as physical. So we get an opportunity to play a physical game as a quarterback in hoops.
Kingston Hicks checks out of the Caravel lineup. Goldstein with the ball right now. Over on the right wing. Good pass underneath. Turnaround jump shot. Get it to rattle around and go down. That's Brady Thompson. First points of the game for him.
Nice touch there by Thompson, and a much-needed bucket for Caravel.
Under 70 seconds to go in the half. 10-point lead for the Jags with the ball. Drummond takes a 3-point shot, a little too strong. And the ball will go out off of the Jags.
How about this side drummer that shoots the basketball left-handed?
Yeah.
It's a right-handed quarterback.
That's right.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That's got to be rare air. I wonder how many examples of that are out there.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out.
Yep. Under 50 seconds to go in the half. 10-point lead for the Jags. Bucks with the ball. Good collapsing defense on the baseline. Oh, but somehow getting loose for the shot was Goldstein. He can't make it. TJ Harvey comes up with the ball. Jump shot, no good. Rebound almost stolen, but coming out of there with it is Jacob Goldstein. He goes coast to coast and dribbles it off his foot. Busby, bounce pass ahead. Oh, good job by TJ Harvey to just keep his footing.
He should just hold for the last shot at this point for the Jags. Yeah. Yep. Smart here.
Harvey under 10. Breakdown dribble, takes the jump shot, back of the rim. 2, 1, and that's from half court. Oh, side of the rim. And we've come to the end of one half. Pat, 10-point lead for Appo, and they owned that second quarter.
They did. They upped their defensive intensity. They were able to get out in transition, force some turnovers, and really limit the damage there. They didn't let Caravel get on court and fire up a bunch of threes, man. So that's been the recipe for success for them.
All right. Pat, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, right after one or two commercials, we're going to have the football coach from Appo join us here at halftime, Brian Timpson, after this.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, sign.
All right, back here courtside at Appo High. We're at the half. The Jags lead the Buccaneers by 10, 33-23. Nick Halliday's on camera for us tonight. He's Pat Gariantes. I'm Glenn Fraser. We're joined now by the Appo head football coach, Brian Timpson. And we talked about Coach Person, how he's really built a nice basketball program here. Brian Timpson's done the same thing with the football program. So it's off season now, Coach. I guess first thing to ask you is, what are you up to these days?
I'm trying to enjoy my time off, and brought me out to a gym tonight to work a little roaming security to make sure these crowd doesn't get rowdy tonight.
Oh, man. Hey, look, it's the time of the year for awards. You got the DFCA banquet, which is the Football Coach Association, coming up later on this month, and some of your players are going to be receiving some awards there. Talk to us about, especially some of the seniors that just will be graduating this year and leaving your program, what they've meant to you, and maybe some of the awards they're up for.
Well, it starts with the young man you're seeing on the court tonight, and Dylan Griffith. Dylan, a 4-year starter for us on the football field and on the basketball court as well, a great athlete here at Appo. But what he's done for our program in football over the last 4 years, 4-time first-team All-State defensive back. Like he's mentioned at that DFCA banquet at the end of this month, he'll go down there and get his 4th award. And just the leadership he brought to our team and the energy over the last 4 years. It's cliche, but when you say he's the guy you're going to miss the most, or the kid that you've coached that has meant the most, I mean, Appo football is Dylan Griffith right now, and he has put us to that next tier. We've been in there. We've been fighting for years, and I think the last 4 years we've kind of made that turn, and it has a lot to do with him.
I think Pat has a question to ask you about the side drumming. Let's see if you can answer it for us.
I had Coach. I've never witnessed it before. Right-handed thrower. Left-handed shooter. Have
right-handed
you ever seen that?
thrower, left-handed on the basketball court. He came out to basketball practice, and Coach Purse came up to me and said, well, what is this? What is this? He put him in a layup line, and he went with the hand, and he was like, that's not what I saw all year. Yeah.
Right.
I guess that just goes to the talent that he is. Obviously, Desai also will be at that banquet.
Yeah.
He helped lead us at quarterback this year, and he had a fabulous year. I think you guys actually were at the coming out party at Dover.
Oh,
when
yeah.
He kind of came on the scene in the 5 touchdown passes and got us to the playoffs, got us to the point. You know, we're right there. He'll be coming back next year, so we hope that he can have another year, get us over the hump. I don't know if he can match his Gatorade Player of the Year honors that he got this year, which they actually hung the banner tonight, and they're going to do a little ceremony for him in one of these basketball games before the end of the year. But the one thing about Desai, you know, he came in and just was a leader from the beginning. You know, talked to the parents, just even normal people in the school, the way he carries himself, the way he eye contact. He's a young man, and he definitely is the class act.
I want to say something about we've talked to some of the basketball players here in the program, some of your football players, Omari Cofield and Noah Hoff, another couple seniors that'll be leaving your program. It just seems like they're all so well-mannered. They're great in an interview situation, character, heart.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's we can contribute this and attribute it to the coaching that's going on here, and certainly kudos to you then, because you're bringing up and really giving good teaching moments to some valuable young men and women as you're the softball coach.
As the softball coach. I think just the school community in general and the community of Middletown, you know, what we have from all demographics and all ways, and everybody's come together, and it's fosters a great, you know, community environment here, and the young kids, the girls as well, as you mentioned in softball, they're definite student athletes, and they understand that it's classroom, it's community, and it's on the field or in the court like it is tonight. And you know, our school prides itself with, you know, developing them for the future, and we're doing it in the classroom and on the court and as people.
Yeah, Coach, one thing that I like to see, especially as time goes on, athletes seem to get specialized in one sport. We're going to focus on one sport, and that's it. There's numerous football players playing on this basketball team, as I'm sure there are in other areas.
And on both sides of the court tonight,
Correct.
too. Caravel's got a couple. The big man right there, number 2.
Absolutely. True core, yeah.
You know, we have a good relationship with Coach Purse, and you want to get kids out. We have a bunch of lacrosse kids on our football team as well. I think baseball's maybe that one sport that they definitely stay in that specialization. But, yeah, you know, as the football coach, you come to these games and you help out and you do whatever. But now I'm looking – and, you know, our starting quarterback's on the court, our starting strong safety's on the court.
Yep.
And one of the point guards is Dylan's little brother, Donovan, and he'll probably replace Dylan at free safety next year. So it's a group, and our whole sports community and what our AD, Chris Mascara, does, and it's not one of those, like, it's your program, it's the Appo program here. And we really pride ourselves on that. And across the board, even in girls sports, what they have to be. And you know, you transition. And now with the new volleyball team, Riley Busby is going to go from soccer to basketball to volleyball. And talk about a kid who wants to try to recruit kids from the school, from our school to come play. Any athlete that walks in the building and you walk down the hall, Riley Busby saying, you got to come play volleyball. You got to come play volleyball. So he's trying to build up that sport as well.
Coach, it's always special to spend time with you. Love to talk to you. And we'll see you in softball season, not that far away.
Not that far away. We're about 2 months away from softball. I appreciate the time, and good luck with your guys' venture and all the things you do. And thank 302 Sports for the recognition that you do for all our student athletes in the state.
All right, thanks a lot. That's head football coach here at Appo, Brian Timpson, is also the softball coach. And as he mentioned, only a couple months away from getting things underway. Always special to have him join us. Pat, we're going to step aside for about a minute. We'll be back with second half action here with Appo up by 10 at half.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
Well, we're back here just about ready to get the second half underway here in this high school basketball game. Appoquinimink 33, Caravel 23. Our thanks to head football and softball coach Brian Timpson for spending some time with us at the half. I'm Glenn Fraser. He's Pat Gariantes. Nick Halliday on camera. Here's the scoring in the first half for the visiting Caravel Buccaneers. 5 points for Quan Lee, 2 for Brady Thompson. Isaac Chukwura was 6, 8 points for Jacob Goldstein. And Appo's defense kind of shadowed Sheehan and held him to just 2 points in the opening half. For Appo, Zaire Stokes had 3. Dylan Griffith with 4, 2 points for TJ Harvey, 6 for Jace Thompson, 10 points by Riley Busby, 6 for Desai Drummond, and Gary Newby had 2. And we're underway, Pat.
We are underway here, second half action.
Appo in the home whites with the burgundy numbers. And then Caravel in the dark jerseys. Numbers kind of tough on the distance when they get down the other end of the floor. The burgundy number trimmed in a little bit of white.
Yeah, I like the charcoal jerseys, though.
Yeah.
I am a fan of the charcoal.
3-point shot is up. That's off the back of the rim and no good. And the rebound goes to Appo. That's Desai Drummond.
I guess it's pewter, more pewter.
There we go. The
charcoal?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's it. Well, theirs is more brown. This looks more gray.
Okay.
Not to nitpick, but that's kind of my...
Okay. Fans, you get a little bit of everything when Pat and I get together.
That's
no
the
doubt.
truth, my friend. That's the truth. I haven't even started singing. You did that. You're the one that did that tonight.
TJ Harvey all the way in. Little dish and a miss on the baseline. That was Griffith again. Now Busby with a second chance. He can't get it to go, and Caravel finally gets the defensive board.
Lid on that hoop down there.
Yeah. Yes. I think Quan Lee thought about a step-back 3, decided against it.
He's been quiet. Dylan Griffith's been all over him tonight.
Sheehan took a contested 3. That just rimmed off. Busby runs it down the floor, passes off underneath, but can't handle the pass, was Jace Thompson. I'm sorry, that was number 0, Stokes.
So, yeah, tough one there. Stokes unable to hold it.
So just like the opening quarter, the opening third quarter, defenses have taken over. Oh, I thought that was a kickball, no call. Griffith got away with the steal. Stokes, top of the circle, picked up by Sheehan. Over to TJ Harvey. Now Busby got pushed just a little, and that was enough to call a foul. And I believe that's going to be on Brady Thompson. Yep, that's his second. Nobody really in foul trouble. Newby, Drummond, and Stokes all have 2 fouls for Appo. And now Thompson has 2 for Caravel. Good, strong move. I thought he was going to dunk it, but the body foul was committed in the lane.
Man, Stokes rose up there. That bump affected him just enough to force the miss on the dunk, but he's at the line. That's a foul on Thompson. It'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, and the first player to get into foul trouble in the game. Quickly, head coach Tobin gets a player up off the bench to give Thompson a breather. And coming in for him will be Garrett Bone. First free throw was missed by Stokes. I'm sorry, it was made. He misses the second one. And it's an 11-point lead. Battle for the ball right in front of us. Good save, but right to Dylan Griffith. Pass down the floor to Busby. Tried to save it. He did so. And then we've got a reach-in foul.
Yeah, it's going to go on Bone there. Griffith, good job. He's been great again tonight defensively. Good outlet pass.
Coach Tobin kind of questioned the call. That's the third team foul committed by Caravel here. Good inbounds pass to Drummond. He's
out of bounds. Call this one out
of
of
bounds.
bounds.
All right. I thought he was going to get that 14 foul, Pat.
It was close, that's for sure. A true 50-50 call there.
Again, a little midcourt press applied by Appo. Bounce pass in the lane is tipped away and stolen. Busby with the ball. Down in the right corner. Now up on top. Kick out. Really aggressive man defense right now by Caravel. Busby gets loose for a shot, and he makes it. That's a 3 or a 2.
It looks like they called it a 2.
Okay.
Nonetheless, that's tough. Off the dribble, pull-up jump shot, man. That's the next step there for Busby.
12 points for him to lead all scorers. Chukwura with a strong move to the baseline. That won't go. Oh, the Caravel bench wanted to tie up. They didn't get it.
It was close. Yeah, it was close. Good effort all around.
Changing his motion in midair to save that one was, I believe, Harvey. Got it off to Drummond. Now TJ with a rock. 4:35 to go in the third. Busby, good pass to Dylan Griffith. That time he gets the finish.
Good work.
And the
Good
largest
finish.
lead of the game, Pat.
Yeah, the Bucks, they just haven't been able to find any offense since that first quarter. They've scored 6 points since the opening quarter.
That's right. There's a whistle on the floor.
The length of the Jaguar defense has caused some issues here. Nothing clean for the Buccaneers. And their leading scorer hasn't scored since the very opening few minutes of this one, if I'm not mistaken, Glenn.
Lee. Yeah, he hit that 3, and he made a couple of free throws. Actually, they led 19-17 at the end of the first, so they've only scored 4.
Yeah.
And they've yet to score in this third quarter.
All
Strong move by Chukwura. He's going to draw the offensive foul.
8th charge in 7 games, Glenn. He averages 1 a game. He got one right there. Good work by Busby.
And team foul number 4 committed by the Buccaneers. Second foul against Chukwura.
Got a timeout, or what we got here? Warning?
Maybe. Because they're going to reset again and have Appo throw it in from down here on the other basket. We played half of this third quarter. Harvey tried to change his motion in midair. That time he put a shot up, and he'll draw a foul, and he'll go to the line. 5th team foul. I think it was in the act of shooting anyhow. And that's the 4th foul. No, that can't be the 4th foul on Chukwura.
Looks like that's what's up there on the sign, Glenn. That's on the scoreboard right now.
I just had him down for his 2nd. That should be his 3rd. Now he's going to come off the floor. At the free throw line is Dylan Griffith. Makes 1 out of 2, and it's now a 16-point Appo lead.
Yeah, this game is just gotten away from the Bucks right now. They really need to lock in offensively.
Good pass underneath to Sheehan. Tried to reverse layup, and right there for the block was Stokes.
That's great defense by Stokes, man. That's just great defense. A little out of control on the other end now.
Yeah, good call, Pat. It was. And that'll be a turnover. Caravel will have the ball, but I tell you what, since the first quarter, it's been all Appo. Samaj Stone getting ready to check in for the Buccaneers. And coming off will be Goldstein. Goldstein leads Caravel with 8 points.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been able to make anything happen, generate any kind of offense.
No. It's a kick out, 3-point shot, side of the rim, rebound to Stokes. 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
Heavily contested three by Sheehan off balance. I mean, they cannot get into a groove offensively.
Second chance points, down and good by Newby.
And Appo's just starting to flex now.
Up by 18, 41-23. Whistle, foul on the floor. Appo has outscored Caravel 24-4 since the first quarter ended.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. The offense for Caravel has just kind of gone in the tank, man. They're still competing on the defensive end, but they just can't buy a bucket right now.
And now they help a couple of key players in foul trouble. Good baseline move, kick out for Sheehan. Oh, a little Euro step. Yeah. They're going to call him for a travel.
Yep. A good idea. The footwork just wasn't there on that one. It may have unlocked a new move, though, if he can get his footwork right.
Yeah. 2:25 to go in this third quarter. Next week, Pat and I will get to see these Jags again. They're going to go cross town and take on their district rivals, the Middletown Cavaliers. So we'll be at Middletown next Thursday night.
Oh, and Caleb Raifa, if you recall, is at Middletown now after 3 years here at Appo.
That was a good pick and roll down at the other end, and now we're going to have a whistle and a foul committed by Appo. I think that will send, I know Sheehan looked like he was going to the line, but it was not. It was on the floor. Second foul committed by Jace Thompson. Team's third. Sheehan thought about a quick turnaround three, but Jace Thompson's right on him.
Just they can't. There's no penetration, no get to the rim.
Oh, there's a good move.
Yep.
Couldn't get the shot to go.
Tough contested layup.
With numbers down in the left corner, contested three. Jace Thompson with his third make from downtown.
Big minutes off the bench for Thompson, Glenn. 3 big-time threes. He's catching and shooting it with confidence. You gotta love that, Coach Purse. Those are winning, minutes off the bench. If you can do that, especially with guys in foul trouble, that is huge.
Good kick out just inside the arc. Shot and smooth, up and in by Kingston Hicks. First points of the quarter.
Wow.
And it comes with 1:25 to go in the third for Caravel. Good pass underneath to Newby, but they collapse on him. Jace Thompson guarded at the three-point line, finds Busby, and now I think Busby took a step. Let's see. Oh, looks like we got 3-second call.
Okay.
Don't see that called too much. I haven't seen it at all this season. It's either that or a baseline violation.
Yeah. The three in the key. You're right. I haven't seen it a whole lot either in the a dozen games I've done or so.
Good strong move that time in the paint, and we got a timeout. I believe that was
Coach Tobin.
Yeah, Caravel called a timeout, but I thought we had a whistle and a foul. But now a little bit of confusion out here.
Oh, I'm not sure what we got now.
I think it was a foul committed by Donovan Griffith, his first, team's fourth. So a foul on the floor, and I guess Coach Tobin just waved the timeout off. Caravel's getting to the rim a little bit now, but they're not getting a clean look.
Nah, they're not exactly. And the offense is kind of going stagnant. Nothing is open. Everything is contested right now. And you're down so much, you feel like you got to get shots up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the true conundrum here for them.
Foul down the other end, committed by Samaj Stone, his first at the line. Busby makes the first. And for Busby now, 13 points in the game.
He's been solid, man. I mean, he does a little, like we said, he does a little bit of everything for this team, and he's the clear-cut leader.
Makes them both. He's perfect from the line tonight, 4 out of 4. 14 points in the game for him, and a 21-point advantage for Appo. And it comes with under 40 seconds to go in this quarter. Coach Tobin calling out the offensive set. Good defense collapsing on the shooter. Trying to get the ball inside. Can't do it. Now maybe just hold for the final shot. Down to 17 seconds, Pat.
Yeah, I would. I mean, at this point, you can't pay attention to the scoreboard. You kind of just got to try and execute right now and get some good tape out there.
We're down to 5. There's a shot just inside the arc. That missed. Partially deflected, pass ahead. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Let's keep it right here. A 21-point lead for Appo as they outscore Caravel in that quarter. 13-2.
Yeah, it's back-to-back quarters now where they've dominated. And, we talked with 6 points in 2 quarters.
Yeah.
For the Caravel Buccaneers. That's really where things have gone awry. They in the half court, they have not been able to execute and get anything open. The ball movement's kind of going stagnant. It's kind of one pass and chuck, or one pass and I'm just going to throw a layup up.
Yeah.
They're not forcing turnovers on the defensive end to get out in transition. It's kind of been a slow burn for them. They just kind of lost their identity after a blistering first quarter.
Right.
They were forcing turnovers. They were knocking down open threes. They were getting to the rim. And all that just has stopped. And they've got to try and find a way to get back to that here in this fourth quarter to make this game, manageable. And again, put some good film out there at this point is what you're competing for.
Now let's see who Caravel has on the floor. It looks like Goldstein, Sheehan, Chukwara's back on the floor along with Brady Thompson. And the other player is Quan Lee. Stokes will inbounds for Appo. He'll get it into Jace Thompson in the backcourt. Newby's on the floor along with Busby and Desai Drummond for the Jags. Busby, baseline floater. Ooh, it almost went in. Newby got the offensive rebound and put back, no good. And a battle for it down in the deep right corner will go to Caravel. Now, Pat, while we have a quick moment, I want to congratulate 4 female basketball players in the state of Delaware that have hit 1,000 points for their career in this season. Caravel's Chastity Williams, first time ever for DMA. Maya Hill. Wow. Kai Burnett for Smyrna, and there's a floater in the lane, and that rims out and rebound aside Drummond. And the fourth one, Gigi Banks, who hit 1,000 points this season, only a sophomore.
And now she played as an 8th grader, so it's in 3 years for the mathematicians out there. They're like, wait, what's got to be averaging 40 a game?
500 points.
Yeah. Congratulations to all 4 of them ladies. They all have some game about them too. We've seen obviously Chastity and Gigi in the tournament. Maya Hill, obviously, great lineage there. And for her to be the first girls player in DMA's history to do so, that's a tremendous accomplishment. So congratulations to each of them.
Foul down the other end of the floor, and it wasn't the act of shooting that will send Riley Busby to the line. Yeah, Pat, great accomplishment for all 4. And I've seen Kai Burnett play from Smyrna, and Smyrna's a pretty good ball club. We had them ranked in our top 10. As a matter of fact, the highest ranked team from below the canal.
Well, I wonder, is Kai the first since Bitnaja Laney?
Probably, yeah.
Who's around the WNBA for folks that don't know that name. She went to Smyrna, I believe, a 2011 graduate. Yeah, she was in my grade.
She took them to the state championship game when they lost.
Yeah.
And lost in all of this on the foul was Chukwara. He just fouled out.
Chukwara, that's tough. That's some size down low for Caravel. But now she plays with the New York Liberty.
Yeah.
She's carved out a really good WNBA career.
She certainly has. Under 7 minutes to go in this one. 47-25. Appo up by a good deal. And boy, they've done a great job defensively on Sheehan tonight. He has not been able to shake loose and get any open shots. He takes one now, top of the circle, and gets the bounce. And there's the reverse broadcaster jinx.
Well, that's it, right? That's why they're in his face, because he can do that right there. Yeah, the Jaguar defense has been tremendous tonight. Can't say enough about it.
The side Drummond to the rim. One-hander was blocked by the underside of the rim. Caravel trying to get over the 30-point mark now. Sheehan. And we've got a whistle, and what was that, a screen violation?
Yeah, it must have been an illegal screen.
Look up to the scoreboard. I believe they're going to call that on I.J. Yates. That'll be his team second here in the fourth quarter.
And Yates, man, he's a big boy, man. I mean, I knew he was big, on the football field, but seeing him here on the basketball court, that's a big young man, dude. To think that he's running the football, I would not want to step in front of him. I can tell you that.
Yeah, once he got the call to be a running back, he was a real deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Busby hits a off the dribble three. They're going to say it was on the floor, but that's the second one he's hit off the dribble where a foul had occurred.
And with 6:03 to go in the game, Appo to throw it in right in front of head coach Purse. He better hurry up. Finally gets in the backcourt to Dylan Griffith.
Head coach Purse was ready to throw that time out. Held on to it.
Good pass underneath. Good find. Easy bucket underneath. TJ Harvey.
Yeah, good pass there. Busby finding him. Harvey, way to keep his eyes all the way through the lane on the ball and not just turn his head and slash through without looking for it.
Turnaround jump shot will not go for Sheehan. Busby runs it down the floor.
It's a foul, yep.
We got a whistle on the floor.
Goldstein.
That should be his second. It is. It's the team's fourth, though, Pat. So with 5:30 to go in the game, Appo will shoot free throws the rest of the way. And they're already up 21.
Wholesale changes.
Yeah. Goldstein comes out. Quan Lee comes out. Yates with the ball. Has it picked. Has the pocket pick there. Oh, good no-look pass underneath to Dylan Griffith from Harvey.
That was a nice find. Way to finish. Griffith struggled to finish early in this game, but he's really turned it around.
They unofficially have him for 9 points now. The All-State defensive back. As you heard Coach Timpson talking about him at the half. Harvey almost had the rebound, but on the tip he knocks it out. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Appo has things well in hand at the moment. Tell you what, good crowd in here tonight.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, what a steal there, and then dribbling off his foot. I guess that was tapped away by either Yates or Charles Woodall, who's in the game now for Coach Tobin.
What a steal by Busby now to be able to steal that. Wow.
Took the inbounds pass. And kind of nonchalantly did it, right?
Yeah.
Jump shot left wing, a little bit too strong by TJ.
Hey, Harvey, that's the Harvey mid-range, man.
Yeah.
Both brothers got it in their game.
Caravel a little careless with the pass there, and they'll lose it out of bounds. Coming up at postgame, we'll have a chat with the winning coach, which right now appears it's going to be Appo's Tom Purse. And early candidate for player of the game, I would think, would be Riley Busby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Glenn. He set the tone in this one, made big shots, took a charge, has passed the ball around.
Almost got a dime there to Newby. Newby shot off the mark. We've got a whistle on the loose ball. And somebody for Appo is going to go to the line because that's team foul number 5 committed by Caravel. Foul's going to go on number 22, Kingston Hicks, his first personal. And at the line for Appo is Reggie. He wants to be called R.J. Perry. One of the assistant coaches said, no, I'm the assistant coach, call him Reginald. But we're going to call him R.J. Sorry, Coach. Missed the first free throw. And now we've got a sub coming in for Appo. Dylan Griffith is going to get a breather, and coming in for the Jags is Devin Hardy.
Get the senior some burn.
Second free throw up and good. First point of the game for RJ. So we got RJ on the floor. We got TJ on the floor. And there's a whistle and a foul, an offensive foul.
Yep, Yates on the illegal screen.
Should be the third. It is the third foul on Yates. So Coach Tobin gets another sub up off the bench. That'll be Tyler Bailey getting his first action. Yates heads to the bench, kind of throws his arms up saying, in football, that would have been a good move, Coach.
Yeah, lead blocker.
Yeah. Busby, turnaround jump shot. That's good.
Like his game, Glenn. His game is developing. You're starting to see it. He's not just a catch-and-shoot guy anymore.
No.
He's got a lot to him in terms of being a scorer.
We got a tie-up, a whistle, and a foul on the floor. Be the first. Is this the first or second team foul? Only the first on Appo. Coming in by TJ Harvey, his second. Bailey's going to shoot a three. Good form. You almost made that.
He let that thing fly.
Came right off the bench and was in range.
Tyler Bailey's getting the ceremonial Pat Garriani's minutes. Come in and let it rip, young fella. I love that, dude.
Get on the stat book.
Love that, man.
3:30 to go in this one. Kick out pass down the left corner. Three-point shot, a little too strong, and the loose ball goes out of bounds to Caravel. 18 points in the game now for Riley Busby. I would think pretty soon Coach is going to get, well, Busby's out of the game now anyhow. So I would assume that he's done. Dylan Griffith took his seat about a minute ago. He should be done as we're getting a lot of subs in the game now for both teams. Got another sub just came in for Appo. See if I can pick up the number. Yeah, in the game now, number 13, Reggie Lee. Another football player. Oh, good tie-up. And a possession arrow in favor of Caravel. Good hands in there by Bennett for the Jags. You know, the starters love to see these guys get plenty of PT now, and they're rooting for them to make some shots.
Oh, for sure.
Bailey's going to take another three-point shot. That hit the back of the rim.
Let it fly, young fella. I love it. Let it fly.
Ball out of bounds across court from us. It stays with Caravel with just under 3 minutes to go. Strong move into the paint, and there's a whistle on the Blaine.
Yeah, it's going to may slop up a little bit here now.
Yeah. Yep.
Pace will slow up.
And that will send to the free throw line for Caravel, Charles Woodall, who has not scored in the game. First free throw off the side of the rim. Once again, next Thursday night, we will see these Jags again as they take on their district rivals, the Middletown Cavaliers from Middletown's gym. Second free throw is good. First points in the game for Woodall. That's an early start. 5:30 varsity started that one.
Yeah.
Pat's going to have to be hustling down the road.
A lot of those Blue Hen games do start early. Man.
They do. I like those 7 o'clock starts. Traveling violation, turnover. Caravel basketball. Down 54-29 with 2:40 to go. So I think we're going to make an early decision now, Pat, that Riley Busby is going to be our interview and player of the game.
I agree.
We'll have him on post-game along with head coach Tom Purse. Caravel. Good ball movement by the guys off the bench. Shot missed. Rebound to Appo. Ooh, almost a traveling violation. 2 minutes to go. Baseline pass. Is that Newby? I can't see. Yeah, that's Newby trying to muscle his way up for the shot. The shot went, but the foul was on the floor.
That's good moves down low.
Newby has some good height, too. 6'4".
Yeah.
Averages almost 5 points and rebounds per game. And he has his average right now with 4. At the line for the first time in the game. That first one was down in the well and came back out. A couple more subs in the game for Coach Tobin. Looked like 10 and 24 coming in. That would be Garrick Bone and Samaj Stone. Coming off the floor, Sweeney. Second free throw missed.
Oh, boy.
Another reach-in foul? No, offensive foul.
Got to play by the rules, though. I mean, I know that
the
game's kind of decided, and some people might want the whistles to go silent, but you got to play within the framework of the rules here, you know? It's kind of turned into a mug fest a little bit last couple of minutes.
Yeah. 25-point lead for the Jags with 1:40 to go in this one. Good strong move.
Nice.
Right-hander extended. Good shot up and in by Breon Bennett.
Yeah, nice work by Bennett. Way to keep the dribble alive. Step through. Nice layup.
First points of the game for him. 1:20 to go. 3-point shot. Just a little off the mark. Second chance, though. I thought Baylor was going to take it. Now he gives it up.
He thought about it.
Bounce pass, good steal. Well, we got a double dribble. He kind of put the ball on the court, and then he grabbed it with both hands and then dribbled again, and that was an easy whistle. 63 seconds left in this one. Once again, stay tuned for our post-game interview with Appo head coach Tom Purse and our player of the game, Riley Busby. Good defense. And now a whistle on the floor and a good sportsmanship. They help each other up. Stoppage comes with 55 seconds to go in this one. Just one of those nights for Coach Tobin's Buccaneers where Pat, a great first quarter and then really not much since. And they couldn't get their shooter open that much, Sheehan. And the same thing with Reggie Lee. I mean, with Quan Lee.
Yeah, Quan Lee just he was suffocated after that first quarter. The whole team was, really. Just offense couldn't get going.
I think we got a tie-up. Possession will go to Appo. Just under 45 seconds to go. Pat, I'm going to let you finish this off. I'm going to check with the scorers table.
Oh, you got it, Glenn. We'll watch this thing wind down as the Jags try and swing this ball around the perimeter. This is Hardy. This is over to Bennett. Bennett's been good in those final minutes. He's trying to dribble the clock out. Lee. Reggie Lee for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Caravel. We're 10 seconds away. Appo really don't even have to play any defense. But they are. And there's a foul on a extended 3-point shot. And to the line for 3 shots will be Samaj Stone. Still 3.7 ticks to go.
Pat, I thought you'd be done by now.
Game had other ideas, man. These guys are playing to the final horn.
Okay.
You know?
Checked with the scorers table to get at the official number, so it's 17 points for Riley Busby to lead all scorers. So we'll be talking with him and with head coach Tom Purse. We'll take a quick commercial break just as soon as the game ends, and then we'll get the headset ready for our post-game interviews. Second free throw is good. 56-31, that's probably going to be the final. I can't imagine Appo is going to put it up. And that's it. 56-31 is how this one ends. And what a dominating performance by Coach Purse and the Appo Jags after a first quarter where they trailed Pat by 2.
Yeah, I mean, they held them to 12 points the remainder of the game. They just locked in on defense and turned this game completely around, and dominating performance in the final 3 quarters.
All right, we'll be right back with our post-game interviews right after this.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physicians assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physicians assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physicians assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools.
All right, we're back here. Once again, the final score, Appo, 56-31 over Caravel Academy. Nick Halliday on camera for us today. My broadcast partner, Pat Gariantes. I'm Glenn Fraser. We're joined now by our DE302 player of the game, Riley Busby, who had 17 points in the win. And I tell you what, very competitive first quarter. You're down by 2. What changed after that? Because you guys dominated.
I think it was our hustle. We talked about it going into the second quarter and then again at halftime. And in the first quarter, they were beating us. They were getting on the floor before us, people diving on the floor at midcourt. And we just weren't. And I think once we picked that up, they really couldn't hang with us.
Yeah, talk a little bit about, offensively. You guys share the ball so well.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we have done better since last year. I think the ball is willing to be swung, and there's nobody that's willing that's holding it. And once we see we don't have something, we're swinging it to the next person, and we're trying to get everybody involved.
Pat was talking during the broadcast. We've seen you through your career here, and you've always had the long-range shot. You seem to have developed into maybe a little bit more of a complete player now.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried. I knew that once they knew who I was and I could shoot the ball, they were going to just run me off the line, and I didn't want to be that player that just had to sit in the corner and get face guarded and couldn't do anything. So I've developed and I've worked on my game, and I've gotten better. And I think that one of my things that's really gotten better is my pump fake and my pull up and my willingness to dish once I get into the paint.
We had Coach Timpson on at halftime, Riley, and he talked about how you roam the hallways looking to recruit volleyball players. Talk a little bit about, what's your sales pitch to get guys out on the court?
I just say if you want to come have a good time, and you don't have to take it too seriously. I mean, we want to be good, and we were good last year, but if you want to come have a good time after basketball, volleyball's the place to do it. I would love to see you guys out here one time.
No, we got to get out. We've been saying that. Mike and Jay, get them out, the volleyball experts, get out here and take a game in. So
alumni game. I'm alumni of the district, not particularly this school. This school wasn't here when I was going to high school, Riley. Hey, listen, congratulations to you for player of the game and for the win. Hey, we're going to see you next Thursday night over in Middletown.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
All right. Riley Busby, our player of the game. Thanks to him. And we were going to get head coach Tom. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got one of the staff. Coach Tom says you're a better interview than he is.
Hey, I wouldn't say that, but I take the chance every time you give me one.
Now, I believe I was talking to you before when we didn't have a JV game and we had a little lull in the action, and we were talking about Perry.
Yeah.
You said, I'm the coach, call him Reginald.
There it is.
Well, we called him both. We gave him RJ and we gave him Reginald in the game, but you emptied the bench today. Riley talked about it. Let's hear what you have to say about what happened that changed after the end of the first quarter.
I mean, I just think we picked up our intensity. Guys started knocking down shots. We really emphasized hustling, getting back on defense, getting back in transitions. We were getting out work, so I think guys really took pride in that and started, picking up the pace a little bit to change the trajectory of the game.
Yeah, I mean, 12 points in the final 3 quarters.
Yes.
That's locking it down.
Yes.
And one guy, Quan Lee, I mean, he's averaging 17 points a game. He had 5 in the first quarter, and you guys completely took him out of the game.
That's right.
The last 3 quarters. What was kind of the game plan on a score like that?
Keep bodies on them. Guys that defend. That was really our main goal, and we executed it very well. Allowing guys to play. Donovan came in, stepped in, played good defense. Zaire, even though he got in foul trouble early, came in the second half. Stepped up. Even Jace came in and played defense a little bit. So we did what we were supposed to do. Guys really turned it around.
Jace came in and was lighting it up a little bit, too.
Yes, he was. Yes, coming right behind Riley. So
he did. Hey, listen, it's tough to lose any senior, but you lose Daniel Harvey to a knee injury. He's out for the whole year. And Pat was saying something during the broadcast. It looks like maybe the younger brother is kind of picking up his mid-range jumper game.
He's trying to.
Carbon copy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We just trying to get him to fit in with the system of the game. So sometimes TJ just got to slow down a little bit, but he going to get there. One more year with him, he going to get there. So.
Hey, listen, congratulations on the win. And we'll see you guys next Thursday night cross town against those Cavaliers.
Yes, sir. All right. See you guys later.
All right, thanks. And post-game interviews here, and we appreciate it, certainly. All right, Pat, your final comments on this one.
Yeah, I mean, that was just an impressive defensive performance there by the Appo Jaguars. I think they've got the roster development to continue to develop as this season goes on. They got a couple new pieces and new roles, and I think those guys will continue to get better as this season goes on. 5-2 on the season. Big test next week, as you talked about, against Middletown. I was impressed with them. As for the Buccaneers, got to find an offensive identity in the half court.
Yeah.
The energy's there. The defense wasn't too bad, honestly. In all honesty, they've got to create more shots, open shots, because everything was contested tonight after that first quarter. If they can find a way to replicate what they were doing in the first quarter, free-flowing, defense to offense, knock down outside shots, Caravel can turn this thing around now as they sit 5-5 on the second half of the season. So both teams had their glimpses, but impressive from Appoquinimink last 3 quarters.
For Caravel, Goldstein led the way. He had 8 points at half, and that was it. He did not score again in the game. 17 for our player of the game, Riley Busby, who led the way for Appo. And then 9 points each from Dylan Griffith and from the aforementioned Jace Thompson, who hit 3 shots from beyond the arc. Okay, that'll wrap it up for this one. Once again, join us next Thursday. An earlier start. Varsity's supposed to tip at 5:30 as Appo takes on the Middletown Cavaliers. Once again, for both head coaches, Tobin and Purse, we thank them both, their staffs. Of course, Chris Muscara, who does a great job here, the athletic director at Appo High, getting us set up year in and year out when we come over here. For Nick Halliday on camera and my broadcast partner, Pat Carriantes, I'm Glenn Frazier. So long from Appo High. Once again, the final, the Jags win 56-31. Have a great night.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.